Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on the Subaru. We're going to be pulling the transmission out and going to be swapping over the clutch. I don't know if I'm going to actually put the clutch in this video because I don't actually have it right now. But I got to get this flywheel resurfaced, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and pull everything out, see if I need to get a new flywheel or not. Hopefully I can reuse this one. So I'm going to pull it out and then take it all to spec and see if they can hook me up. I think I'm going to be getting a stage 3 plus from them. The clutch that's in it right now is the ACT stage 1, and it's just not really holding the power. It's not really made for this amount of torque.
Yeah, we're flexing. Yeah, we're flexing. Yeah, we're flexing.
Alright guys, so last night I was working on the car, still trying to get the transmission out, and I was trying to get the downpipe off, but there are some bolts that are pretty much blocked from the bottom by my wastegate dump tube and the axle. And the axle boot up there, the inner one, it's ripped completely in two, and it's just been slinging grease all over everything. So I decided that I was just going to pull the axles out completely and either repair the boot or get new axles. But these freaking axle nuts were on there so tight that I broke a 1/2-inch drive ratchet, this one right here. It's no longer usable, and I had gone out and bought an 18-inch long breaker bar with a 1/2-inch drive on it, and it broke the drive completely in half, and I went and returned it today. And so that left me with no choice but to go out and buy an air compressor and an impact wrench, and with a little bit of WD-40 and the impact gun, it was a piece of cake. Came off no problem. So now that I have the axle nuts off, I can go ahead and take the axles out and get to that downpipe so I can finally get my exhaust downpipe off. But I'm back to work, and hopefully I should be really close to being able to pull the transmission off by the end of today. And I probably won't separate it completely by the end of today because today's Sunday. I have to go back to Tuscaloosa for class tomorrow. But I will be buying the clutch this week, so hopefully I'll have the clutch by next Friday, and I'll come back and I'll be able to pull the transmission down and just change the clutch all in maybe like 1 or 2 days. I'm stopping for the weekend. I got pretty far. I got the axles out finally. I had to beat one with a hammer for like an hour. I should have gotten on video. It ended up mushrooming out the front of this. I had to grind it down and then like keep on hitting it through. It was such a pain in the ass. But I finally got it out, and both of these CVs are just like so shot, like it's ridiculous. I don't even know how they were actually still going. So gonna have to get new axles. But yeah, I just got to get the bell housing bolts. I just got the downpipe off and the wastegate dump tube and all of that off. So all I have to do now is just the wishbone linkage and the bell housing bolts that hold the transmission to the car. I have to do my shifter, take that out, and I also have to take out that like little clutch fork pin. So I mean, yeah, there's still a little bit of stuff to do, but that axle was such a pain in the ass to get out. So alright guys, so it is the next week and I have officially gotten everything out. There's my transmission sitting on the jack. I did not video any today. I was just really trying to focus on getting everything out because I really needed my flywheel out tonight so that I can give it to my buddy Josh tomorrow at Cars and Coffee, and then it can be resurfaced all over the course of next week. So I got my clutch out. Here's my old one. So as you can see, it was pretty worn. Those lines right there are barely, like, there's not much material left. And as you can see, here is the pressure plate. It was pretty ate up with some hot spots, not terrible, but the flywheel was pretty beat up. So there you can see that. I still think it'll be able to get resurfaced, but here's the thing. I was having such a hard time getting these flywheel bolts out that my impact wouldn't do it. I sprayed them with WD-40 all day. Impact still wouldn't get them off. So I went and bought a torch, just a regular propane torch, and that got it off. But I accidentally heated my flywheel too much and gave it some pretty gnarly hot spots on the back, but that was literally the only way those bolts were coming out. And so I was heating this part on the back side, and somehow it got hot up in these areas, but I don't feel any difference. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my buddy tomorrow what he thinks. Hopefully I won't have to buy a new flywheel because these things are expensive. But other than that, everything looks okay. It's not like really beat up, so that's good. And here's my new one. So this is a Spec Stage 3 Plus. Got my new throwout bearing. Got my clutch alignment tool. Yep, here she is. Yeah, super excited about this. Still waiting on flywheel stuff. So the flywheel is currently getting resurfaced, and I'll be able to pick that up next Friday. It's currently Sunday. I have the new clutch, obviously. I need to buy new front axles because these are absolutely shot, like ridiculously shot. So axles, I got to get my flywheel back, and I have to order new flywheel bolts. I'm gonna use, I think those were like OEM style. I'm gonna get some ARP flywheel bolts, but that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. Oh yeah, I also took some header wrap off of my Jeep that I had just like randomly on there because this was like leftover from about a year or two ago, and I decided to just wrap up like the front part of my downpipe since that is where it gets the hottest, and it just looks kind of cool. But yeah, that's it guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next video. Ella, what you doing? You hunting? Go get it.